So you don't hang up on people, do you? As long as we don't misbehave.
No, we don't hang up on the people. No, we don't. Why would we?
Okay,
No.
all right. I just wanted to get that on my recording. My name's. This is to do with your treatment of mental illness and suicide.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Me too, man.
how you weaponize mental health. So we have a suicide issue, which we may get into the news in the next couple of days, if I'm lucky.
Just give me 2 minutes. I just need to bring her back on, then I'll be able to help you. Please hold the line. Thank you.
What's that, sorry?
How I can help you? What you're calling about today? How we can help you?
It seems that you guys severely have some trouble with customers and suicide, which you don't like to.
If you have got any concern about your safety or anything, please do, you can refer to the police, you can go to them and advise about it.
Oh no, this is about the suicide that you guys can cause, but you refuse to deal with. Do you want me to tell you the story? Okay, so 2 weeks ago, why you haven't hung up yet, which is all good, it's all been recorded, so it's great stuff. If you do, I don't mind. It is insulting, but anyway. I posed a question to you guys that I believe that your customer advocate did not do due diligence in looking at my case. You decided to not do anything about talking to me and close the action. I tried again, and your person promised me that he would get a caseworker, and the caseworker actually was there at the time when I was speaking with a lady, and he chose to ignore me and make the lady deal with me, like yourself. Instead of, he was very cowardly and decided to not even send me a letter, just tell this lady to tell me that the case was closed. Now, this is no way to deal with people with anxiety and issues of suicide, particularly dealing with Macquarie Bank. It's quite repugnant, actually, to just hang up on someone. Now, I rung back this week because a fellow last week I spoke to promised me that no, that is not the kind of behaviour that you guys do, and that he would get a case manager to talk to me. Well, I gave it a week. I gave it 1 week, and that case manager never rung me. So I thought today I would ring. I rung, and I got hung up on. About 3 seconds after I heard the fellow type my numbers into the computer, the phone disconnected. I thought maybe that was just a common dropout. So I called back and I asked the lady, do you hang up on people if they haven't been abusing? And she said, no, definitely not. You sound like a nice chap. I don't think we got any reason to do that. That's what she actually said. And then she looked at the computer and told me that actually, sorry, we do hang up on people. And the computer system has told her to hang up on me. Instead of, bearing in mind, I told her that the week before your people, your colleagues, assured me and promised me that this would not happen again, and that you would get a different case manager, one that wasn't as cowardly as the previous, to call me. Now, the fact that he saw the flag, as you obviously saw too, and that this had to do with customer suicide, and thought that hanging up and disconnecting me was a good idea, pretty goes against every decent common human action that I know of to be decent. Are you still there, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You could have hung up at any time, because I know that your boss has told you to.
No.
So the fact that they could have showed some decency and spoke to me last week, I'm going to make sure that this time around you absolutely get in the news when it comes to suicide. You are absolutely going to get in the news. I'm going to make it my goal. And yes, maybe we could weed some of these terrible, terrible people that put people like you in this kind of position. It's terrible. I'm disgusted.
Okay, sorry. You feel that way? That's never been our intention.
Well, it was your intention because you did it. So when a person like yourself says, "Sir," or "Ma'am," whatever, "Guy," I hear what you're saying, how they treated you last week. I will see that does not happen again. And then I get told that you indeed do have me flagged for immediate disconnection. Knowing what you know about me, all that information in front of you, and you still and the fellow still insisted today to hang up on me without saying a word. And silly lady, after that, she really told me that was part of your system, and that was true. Even though at the outset I asked her, "Do you hang up on people?" and she said no.
Okay, so I have understand now. What I want to say is that we've already reached a conclusion about your case, and I've heard you today, and I appreciate the time that you have taken for. However, I do not have anything further I can assist you with. I want to acknowledge that you do not agree with the service. But as I mentioned, if you worried about your safety, you need to contact...
No, please. No, I don't hear any of that, because your previous actions last week have proven that is not a consideration. So please don't say it. I know you need to say it. You think that it's some sort of way out, but it's not a way out. I'm sorry.
I don't have anything further to assist you. So what do you like me to do? I don't have anything further. We have sent you, and I understand you don't agree with those things. We have provided every information.
But you haven't. You've provided me nothing. I'm sorry. You 2 cases in the last 2 weeks. You have provided me nothing without having someone just say, "No, sorry, go away." You provided me with nothing about my claim of due diligence on behalf of your customer care person. You have not provided me with anything.
Sorry,
You've just hung up on me.
You feel it?
No, that's not how I feel it. That's how it is. I just needed to keep this going because this is going on the web tonight. As I said, this conversation and the way you treat people with suicidal tendencies and all what you've done will come out. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it sounds like you're laughing there. So I think we'll go, because that sounds like you're laughing. I'm going to go now. Goodbye.
We are now looking in earnest for a solicitor to help us take on Macquarie Bank for what we believe was an unnecessary and avoidable foreclosure, and for what they knew about a suicide scheme that would enable my wife to sell the property keeping my family intact and in the home. We believe that the Customer Advocate and Customer Complaints Department did not apply due diligence in investigating my claim years later about this, and that they made their judgment without We believe that the Customer Advocate and Customer Complaints Head did not do due diligence in investigating my claim before making judgment that this was not investigated. I believe that the Customer Advocate and Customer Complaints Head did not do due diligence in investigating my claim before making judgment. After seeing a post of mine years later, they reached out to me to offer mental health assistance, then retracted it, and then later offering it again, but this time they offered the wrong details, and after seeing a post of mine years later, they reached out to me to offer mental health assistance, then retracted it, then later offering it again. This time the details that they gave me were incorrect and did not lead to mental health intervention at all. I believe they weaponized my mental health when we made our claim through AFCA. We believe they weaponized my mental health to quash our AFCA investigation. There is also a myriad of other foul treatment that they have put our way. Not to mention a myriad of other foul treatment. If this sounds like something you'd be willing to take on, I would be glad to hear from you. If this sounds like something you'd be willing to take on, I'd be glad to hear from you.